with you, I feel like what I like about you as a fighter, that's like one of my favorite things that out of like a lot of fighters, I think it's why we like Nate Diaz and some of these other guys, is you're like, you're like from the hood, like you come from a hard life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're like a real fighter. A lot of people like look at it as a sport and stuff like that. And I really feel like the real fighter mentality
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
superior in MMA at least. And also
yeah.
I would say too, that's cool about you is that you are like that, like you mentioned, Bruce Lee, like you are like that old school, like martial artist guy too, in a way. I know you like follow some of those guys, like even like John Claude Van Damme. I don't know if you mentioned him, but guys
Yeah.
of that type of thing where they never really
Billy
like,
Blanks, Michael Jai White, yeah,
yeah,
all
Michael
those
J.
guys.
White and stuff like that. So I like that how you're kind of like a guy from the hood in a way. Like so you got that from you.
Hey, look,
And
look,
then
look, look, look. I might be a guy from the hood, but I ain't no hood nigga.
oh
I
okay,
promise you
okay.
that. I was on the porch. I was on the
Okay.
porch watching.
No, but like just from the rough upbringing, like I don't think
Of
Nate
course, yeah,
Diaz
I
is a
got you,
hood
cousin.
guy
I got
either,
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like
Like,
yeah, coming from that,
yeah,
being in
well,
that environment, like you said, there's like AR-15s and shit like that, like baby. I don't even know if I believe that, but I was like, dude, what the fuck?
oh, don't get it twisted. When I say that, bro, I mean that, bro. And
That's
unfortunately,
true.
like it's nothing to like, what's the word? Like try to build up or nothing like because it's terrible. To be honest with you, all the things that we got going on in St. Louis. St. Louis got a lot of fucking racism in it still, bro. It's beyond crazy. How still like segregated we are, and it might be more with of status of money wise, but unfortunately that money still goes to certain people, some white folks, right? And black people still living in conditions that is just fucking terrible. And we've been living like that, man, since my granny been a baby, right? So we had this project called Puranago that my grandparents grew up in, and that was pretty much a place for just all black. They pretty much took all the black folks and put them right here in this project, and it was government housing. That's what it was. But a lot of people didn't know that. Unfortunately, they was putting these black folks here, and they wasn't taking care of the houses that was in there, right? And they was letting certain people end up running gangs and stuff like that, taking over the neighborhood, and they didn't have any protection. They didn't have any place where if anything was to happen to call 911 to get help, right? So like hospitals and shit like that, schools were breaking down and all this other stuff. So you pretty much just live in an environment that where it's just like it's rough, like you said, just difficult. But the thing is, that was in one condition. Then it got to spread a little bit. So as blacks started to move out of Puerto because they want a better life for themselves, right? The white folks like, man, fuck that. Black folks moving here, man. Let's move out. So now you, like I said, and when they move out, the protection moves too, right? The policing, that's what I mean. So now you got, like I said, the same thing happening, but it's spreading, right? Like in a disease. But they don't ever try to fix these neighborhoods ever. But I do find it funny though, because I used to work for this Bosnian back in the day at Club Europe, and he told me about the Bosnian. Well, I didn't know nothing about it because it happened when I was born in 1994,
Bosnian, like a race.
like a race, yeah. So
Okay.
from Bosnia,
Yeah.
So we got the largest Bosnian community in St. Louis outside of Bosnia, itself. But regardless though, they had moved to St. Louis or migrated to St. Louis, a bunch of them, right? And they all, came to the hood type shit. So a lot of them, like, what I'm saying, talk like us and shit like that, because that's how they learn how to talk. But one thing I found funny was, these Bosnians, man, they all came together, bro, as a collective, bro, and put their little chips together, put their little money up together, and build up their own neighborhoods, right? Which is our neighborhoods, but they built it up for themselves, right? And I wish that we could do the same thing, and we could do the same thing, but man, we so separated, we so divided, bro, that it's just like that battle has been kind of like since Malcolm X, bro, since Marcus Garvey, like that battle's been trying to be won for a long time. It's just like I don't think it's ever gonna happen. So I feel like individuals should always try to better their life, and hopefully you can be an inspiration about anybody that see, right? Because a lot of people feel like, okay, I ain't gonna never make it out of this situation. I'm never gonna make it out of the hood. I'm never gonna, see $100,000 or see $1 million ever, unless I gotta go out there and pull a lick or rob somebody. But that's not the case, right? You just gotta have an open mind frame and a vision on where you want to be in life. And I feel like for myself, man, I can be that inspiration for a lot of kids in St. Louis because, like I said, I was one of them that didn't see it. right? I had to see it for myself. I had to have this imagination and have this dream and just hunt it down.